Yo, what is up guys, Z-Karma here, and welcome back to another Borderlands 3 video. Today, I bring you guys the top 5 most sought after assault rifles in the entire game. These assault rifles will be the ones that are the most farmed for at the moment, and my results are based on community feedback. I ran some polls and just did some general browsing in different Borderlands communities and discords, and to no surprise, all the assault rifles in this list might very well be the top 5 strongest assault rifles in the game. So before I get into the top 5 most sought after / strongest assault rifles, if you guys found this video informative or helpful in some way, a like rating is always appreciated, and if you want to subscribe for more Borderlands 3 content, that'll be awesome as well. So anyways, without wasting any more of your time, let's just get straight into it. At the number 5 spot, we have the Dictator. Its dedicated drop is the Agonizer 9000 at the Guts of Carnivora at Pandora. This weapon was a little surprising to me as it's been out since the beginning of the game, but I noticed that there was still a high demand for this weapon. I assume that this is the case because it can come as either ×3 or a ×6 variant. And that alone can just make it harder for people to get the variant that they want. And this is without mentioning that you have to get the right element and the right anointment. The Dictator is a very powerful assault rifle that has a bipod fire mode that shoots even more projectiles and consumes 2 ammo per shot. Its accuracy is not the best, but if you are up close or shooting mobs with bipod mode, it can absolutely shred enemies. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have the Soul Render. This weapon was introduced with the second DLC and it drops from Tom Exam, located at the Heart's Desire. This weapon can come in any element and has a very nice ability where random shots will release 2 skulls at a time that seek out enemies. These skulls will spawn in even if you miss your shots, as long as you're shooting in the general direction of the enemies. These skulls will deal the same damage as your bullets, and just so you know, I did notice that the amount of skulls that were released per magazine was always fluctuating. It was never a set amount. Sometimes as low as 3 pairs of skulls, and sometimes as high as 9 pairs. This ability, along with the fact that it is an extremely powerful assault rifle, make it one of the most sought after assault rifles right now. Next up, at the number 3 spot, we have the Good Juju. This is a Mayhem 4 exclusive drop that can be obtained from 3 different sources. The first one and more reliable source is the Rampager at the Forgotten Basilica. The other 2 locations are at the Takedown, its Wotan, and Valkyrie Squad. This weapon was really not that popular until a very recent buff that it got, that it can give you up to an increase of 500% critical hit damage. The way this works is that you will get a 20% increase in critical damage per body shot, and it can stack up to 25 times. And those stacks will reset if you manually reload. But this weapon also auto reloads whenever you get a kill, so as long as you keep getting kills or using an infinite ammo build, you can basically keep 500% critical hit damage indefinitely. And this is why this weapon is one of the most sought after assault rifles in Borderlands 3. Moving on to the number 2 spot, we have the Boom Sickle. This drops from the Warden at the Anvil on Eden 6. This is arguably the strongest assault rifle in the entire game. It is a very different assault rifle because it almost feels like a shotgun. It's actually even more powerful than most of the shotguns. So if you ever got this weapon and thought it was a shotgun, well, it's understandable because it shoots like one, feels like one, and is just as strong as one. It's just an absolutely insane weapon. Keep in mind that there is the Sickle and there's a lot of variants, but you are looking for the Boom Sickle. This is why it is so sought after, because getting the Boom variant is extremely rare, especially if you want to get the perfect anointment. So once you get it though, does not matter what anointment it is, make sure to take it because it is still an absolute beast even without an anointment. As far as I could tell, this weapon was one of the most requested in Discord server. I ran a poll with some assault rifles and the Boom Sickle absolutely blew every other option out of the water. Such a sought after assault rifle that I bet even eBay is happy with it. And finally, we have reached the #1 spot, and this, ladies and gentleboys, belongs to the Clairvoyance assault rifle. This was introduced with the second DLC, and it drops from Critchy at Cursehaven. This weapon hit the community like a train, and I wasn't too surprised at how fast this assault rifle gained popularity because it is extremely powerful the moment it dropped for me. I used it throughout the whole DLC, that's how good it was. So the way this weapon works is that every time you hit a critical hit, instead of instantly ricocheting like all Jacob's weapons, they create stickies that will blow up after 3 seconds and then ricochet to nearby enemies. And this will provide a decent amount of damage to the original target because if you hit several headshots, all those stickies will explode 3 seconds after the first sticky is applied. Also, you want to look for either the Masher variant, as this will give you 4 projectiles per shot, and when it comes to sticking as many shots in 3 seconds, this can help you maximize that damage. You can also try looking for a full auto Clairvoyance with 4k plus damage. This one will also perform very well and provide you with that DPS that you need. Overall, this weapon is definitely a top 3 assault rifle in the entire game. I would even say it's a second best right after the Boom Sickle. Let me know if you guys agree with this. But anyways, this will conclude the list of the top 5 most sought after assault rifles in Borderlands 3. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful in some way, a like rating is always appreciated, and if you want to subscribe for more Borderlands 3 content like this, that'll be awesome as well. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.